Winter solstice symbolizes and represents, for the northern hemisphere, a new beginning. A new possibility, fresh lease of life. It's like the planet is on a malt. Many creatures on this planet, particularly the cobras molt, that means when they think it's time or when it is time, they leave a layer of their skin out, a fresh beginning. So coming of the new year is like a malting for the planet and for all life. This is now, at this time of the year, it is particularly relevant for the northern hemisphere because life is going into a certain gear which is full of harvest, full of flower, full of fruit. A lot of people think a new year is coming means they must do the silliest things possible. Yes, that's how they welcome the new year. Because we have this idea, having fun means you got to do something silly. When will we change this idea that we can do something very profound and have fun? Is it not time? Is it not time that our idea of a party becomes something profound we do, and that's our party? We learn to enjoy profound things, not necessarily silly things. So the coming new year, do you have the courage to commit yourself to something which is larger than yourself? No other creature has this how to expend their life. It's all fixed. We have this how in our hands. How am I going to expend this life? This how is in our hands. How beautiful, how profound, how magnificent, or how silly, how useless, how lethargic. So, Sadhguru, are you preparing us for a new year resolution? I won't do anything silly like that. The quality of human life will only truly change when we change within ourselves. Otherwise, we could be in the most beautiful place feeling miserable. To create what you want within yourself, you got to bring yourself together. At least that we must be able to do. Yes. It'll be good if you can create something fantastic in the world, but at least something fantastic must happen within you, isn't it? If something fantastic is happening here, how can the world stop you from creating something fantastic in the world? The world has no such power to stop you. We need to understand this. Without making something truly fantastic happening here, if you attempt to create something fantastic in the world, it could become tyrannical, it could become a disastrous process. So without taking a resolution, just coming to your senses doesn't need a resolution. Should we do an amendment to the constitution that all Indians should be joyful to start with? It doesn't need a law. It doesn't need a declaration, it doesn't need a constitution. It's time for you to molt, that is, to shed the old skin and come up fresh and alive. A crawly creature like a snake has this much wisdom. We could expect that much from you? In some way, why don't you tear down your old nonsense? Let something new happen. When a snake or a cockroach or whatever else molts, they become very fragile for a period of time. It's a big risk. Living in nature without skin for a few days or weeks, it's a big risk. Just a bunch of ants can get you. They can take your life. So it's a huge risk that they take. But even these little creatures have this much wisdom. It is time you take that risk with your life. You tear down something about you which has hung on with you for a long time, but it's no good. Tear it down in the next few days. Let's see what life does to you. Let's see what your Sadhguru does to you. Please tear it down. I've been waiting for a long time for the thick skin to go. Tear down that skin, let's see what we can do. You want to see what we can do? Tear down your old skin, I'll show you what we can do. I can make you drip with ecstasy if you tear down your rubbish.